What's up, Aquarius? How are you all doing, man? It's time to go ahead and get started on your extended reading for October 2023. So stick around. What is good with my Aquarius friends tonight? How y'all doing? Extended reading time. Basically, all I'm really doing is I'm just combing through it one last time to see if I left any details or information in October, just before we move on to the mid-month, where we're going to be looking for a change of timelines. So for those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, all that information is in the description of this video. Don't forget about the big October reading sale. $40 readings on my website. And again, like I've been saying, that's going to continue throughout the year. We're looking at everything, looking at all the numbers, doing everything that we can to figure out how to bring as much value to the table and let you get the best bang for your buck in these shitty, horrible times that we're in. So all that information is in the description of this video. All right, let's jump on in here. Starting this off with the past person. Let's see if there's anything that I missed. Did I miss anything else that Aquarius needs to hear about the person from their past? Anything else? Six of Swords reversed. Okay, so this person does still think about you an awful lot. Oh, yeah, like a lot. I think they kind of obsess over you, to be 100% honest with you. Could be a Capricorn for some of you. They definitely got their guard up. Silent treatment, huh? Ooh. Ace of Cups, King of Cups. Of course they still have feelings for you. You know this. But they're too scared to come forward. This is the same fucking story, isn't it? This is the same damn story. Too scared to come forward because they don't want you to know how they feel with the High Priestess and the King of Cups there. They're scared. They're afraid of you finding out how they feel about you. That don't make no damn sense. I don't get that. So with the Death card here, they're pretty much allowing this to come to an end because they don't want you to know how they feel. There ain't no other way to spin this spread right here. I can't think of any other. Three of Swords. Yeah, I can't think of any other message to get out of this right here. And if I remember correctly, that's just the same damn story that we already told. So I don't think that's anything new. Temperance could be a Sagittarius, could be an Aries, Sagittarius, Scorpio, or Capricorn. But you know, it could be anybody. Those are just energies. Okay, it sounds like we're telling the same story. So let's see if we can find any missing details about their feelings or their intentions. Any missing details about this person's feelings, intentions, anything I left out? Or is that just going to tell the same story too? Ooh, they feel like you taught them a very valuable lesson. They learned a lot from you. Could be a Taurus for some of you. Yeah, they learned a lot from you. And I think they've learned a lot just from this experience in general. This person's very lonely. Very lonely. Even if they're alone. You know, because some of you may be dealing with somebody who is alone. They're single. And it looks like they enjoy themselves, but they don't. Oh, no, they don't. This person's very empty, lonely, and fucking broken. This is a very broken person. But they're still walking away, though. It almost kind of feels like they're walking away just to prove a point, just to spite you. Yeah, Ten of Swords. They're giving up on this. Giving up on this and walking away, even though you know they still love you, but they're just trying to prove a point. This person feels very stubborn and like they have a very damaged ego. Did you make them feel really stupid by chance? Y'all are good at that. You know that, right? And it's not very wise to take advantage of that, but you are better than most other signs at making somebody feel like the dumbest fucking person that ever walked the face of this earth. I don't know if you meant to do that or not, but I think you made them feel really stupid, and they have a very bruised ego. That's what this feels like to me. It could be a Cancer for some of you. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's all I'm getting out of this here. Could be a Pisces. Who do I got here? I got Cancer, Pisces, and Taurus. Okay. Well, looks like we see the outcome. Where'd it go? I lost it. Oh, there it is. That looks like the outcome. Giving up hope and walking away from this looks like the outcome. So let's jump straight into the advice. What would be the best move for Aquarius with this situation here? Would it be a good idea for Aquarius to reach out or just keep moving on? What's the best course of action for Aquarius to take? Oop, 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 oop. There it is. Okay. You had a crossroads. Now Spirit just has to make it complicated. Let's see if we can dig into that then. What's the crossroads all about? Hermit reverse. Okay, and the Emperor. Okay, so hang on. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, and the Devil card again. All right, so here's the issue. Here's the issue. Like I said, this person has a very bruised ego. They're embarrassed. I don't know. You probably made them feel like an idiot, honestly. You're really good at that, okay? And part of the art of becoming a true king or queen of swords is learning how not to take advantage of that, because it's really, really easy and tempting to take advantage of that when you feel spited. But that's not the best spiritual path to walk. This person has a very bruised ego. They feel really stupid and really embarrassed about something. If you do take initiative and reach out to this person, they will assume power over you, and they will try to leverage that power. They will. Ah, yes, Aquarius couldn't take it. Yeah. Aquarius couldn't take it. Aquarius finally broke and reached out. So they will assume power over you, and they will try to leverage that. So you better make sure you standing real fucking strong. Because if you don't think you have the strength, then I wouldn't do it. Just leave it. If you think they could trigger you, get some kind of reaction out of you in any way, I wouldn't do it. Now, if you have developed a strong enough sense of integrity, then you put your damn foot down. Nah, you ain't got no damn power over me. This has nothing to do with anything other than clearing the air. I just want you to know, for no good reason other than simply the sake of you knowing, that there's no bad blood. Start off there. Even if you do wish to completely reconcile with this person one of these days, you ain't going to be able to do it without clearing the air and processing through the energetic shitball y'all created when you separated. So it don't matter what you want to do. Move forward and connect with a new person, or go back and attempt to rekindle this old connection. You still gonna have to process through all that shit. It's just all there is to it. So start off there. If you have the integrity and the dignity to stand strong and not let them play with you. All right. Okie dokie. Good God. That's just the same fucking story. The damn Aquarius saga, man. Same story. All right. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Current person. Okay. So before the current person readings, I always have to give the current person disclaimer. If you're not having problems with your current person, this is not for you. Very simple. I know some of y'all are like, why the hell does he say that every time? Y'all would be surprised at the number of people who watch this content who have no common sense. And I know that's not the majority of you. But it's still a good little chunk of people who come to watch this content who don't have common sense. So if you are in a relationship and y'all are good, you're happy, nothing's going wrong, why are you watching me? Go enjoy your relationship. This content is for people who are struggling with something or at a rough place in their life, who need guidance and advice. Okay? All right. What's the problem? What's the issue? What's the concern between Aquarius and their current relationship? Boom. Hermit. Could be a Virgo for some of you. Oh, are you dealing? You know what? You're dealing with somebody who's just very negative. Now, I know that may sound like a corny general phrase, but let's break that apart for a minute. When you have a person who is very negative, what that means is the glass is half empty. Dude, it doesn't matter what you do. They'll find something to complain about. Something. That's just the way their brain is wired. They walk into a room and the first thing they see is something out of place. Their brain is wired to focus on the negative. And they may not even be a bad person. I'm not saying that you don't have to be a bad person to be a negative person. If you're always thinking about the worst case scenario, you're always looking at the glass as half empty, you're always looking at the flaw. Every time you could see a beautiful piece of artwork, the first thing you notice is the flaw. You know, then that will manifest itself in cataclysmic strings of tower events and unfortunate events in your relationships and the connections and your jobs and just in general. So again, that may sound kind of broad and general, and it is, I guess, in a sense, but I think you're just dealing with somebody that's just negative in general. And this looks like you. And that King of Swords reversed energy there, starting to harbor some guilt, not guilt, I'm sorry, some resentment. Harboring some resentment. So I don't see this crashing and burning right now, but you know that it's slowly withering away with that death card showing there. There's, in order for the two of you to make it past the level that you all are at up to the next level, a very important lesson needs to be learned on both parts, and that lesson is not being learned. Whatever problem, issue, or challenge you all have been facing, it keeps looping around, and you all haven't made any progress because the lesson is not being learned here. And I know the first thing that we always want to do is point the finger at the other person and talk about what lesson they need to be learning, but we can't do that. We can't do that. It always comes back to, what am I being shown? What am I being taught about myself? What can I learn from this situation? You see what I'm saying? You really meditate on those questions, you'll get some answers. And usually they'll be real uncomfortable answers. But okay, it's starting to turn toxic. And it's starting to really, really, really weigh you down and hold you back. It could be a Scorpio for some of you. I got Virgo, Scorpio, and Capricorn here. 10 of Cups reversed. Y'all just ain't making it to that level. Let's look at their energy, their feelings, how they see you, how they feel about you, their thoughts, feelings, and opinions, hopes, dreams, and expectations, and all that good shit. What's this person's energy look like? Queen of Pentacles reversed. Maybe they're just very scattered and unorganized, not very goal-oriented, maybe kind of lazy, and just, usually when you get a negative person like that, very frequently, it's usually, not always, if you learn how to channel that energy properly, you can transmute it and make things happen. But very frequently, I'm talking a vast majority of cases, when somebody has that negative mindset, just in general, they typically tend to walk around with this big, heavy weight on their back all the time. And they end up not progressing very far in life because all they focus on is problems. All they don't focus on solutions. They focus on obstacles. They focus on problems. They look at what's going wrong, and that energy becomes so fucking heavy. This person may just be a scattered mess energetically in general. Oh, the Death card again. See, look, Two of Pentacles reversed. They don't really feel the connection with you quite as strong as they once did. Feel like this person's a little bit emotionally immature, possibly a little bit emotionally manipulative. They are contemplating walking away and ending this because it just doesn't really feel like the connection's there anymore. King of Swords reversed again. Y'all are mirroring each other on that one. Yeah, like I said, they're just an unhappy person, just in general. And maybe for some of you, you have tried everything you can to make them a happy person. You can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you cannot. You cannot create true happiness for a person. And expecting happiness to be created by another person for another person is one of the leading causes of relationship failure today. Now, that does not mean that you can't do things to make somebody feel better. That does not mean that you do not offer to, can I do something to make you feel better? What can I do to cheer you up? What can I do to put you in a better mood? Yes, absolutely. But that's not happiness. If I do something to cheer you up and make you feel better, or if I give you some reassurance, or if I offer some, words of encouragement, that may give you a little boost, a little lift, but that's not going to create true happiness for a person. And some of you may have just tried too hard for too long to make this person happy, and you can't. Now, there may be one or two of you who are with somebody that expects you to. You can't create that person's happiness. You know how many people leave relationships because they're just not happy anymore? Nothing's going wrong. Nobody did anything wrong. No cheating, no infidelity, no issues, no drama, no nothing. I'm just not happy. Well, that ain't got nothing to do with your fucking relationship. Relationships don't create happiness. If you're not a happy person, you think leaving this person and going and finding somebody else is going to be the solution to you not being happy? You a dumbass. I don't know who needed to hear that, but you hear that shit all the time, and it almost kind of feels like this person's train of thought. It does. It seriously feels like they're skating along that exact same train of thought. Stupid. Fucking stupid. But you know where all that bullshit comes from, right? Movies and music and media, and now social media. Stupid shit, dude. Well, let's see the outcome then. Will you stay or will you go? What's the outcome for October? Boom. I still see you doing everything you can to try to make this person happy. You trying. It ain't working. High Priestess reversed. Yep, see, there's the card for it too. That's emotional codependency. So the tension is still building. You're trying to make them happy. You just can't figure out how. You can't. I don't know who needs to hear that. You can't. Not only is that not your responsibility, is it not your job, just out of principle, but it's not possible. And they need to understand that. Let's jump straight to the advice. I'm not really seeing anything change. It looks like a flat line, plateau. What's the advice? 10 of Cups, man. That needs to be understood. The cause of your unhappiness is not your relationship. Very frequently, the problem you're experiencing in your relationship was manifested by your unhappiness, not the other way around. Not the other way around. I'm not saying that there's no problems, that there's no drama, that nothing's going wrong, that there's no issues. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that people get to this point at some point where they feel like, well, I'm not happy anymore. Not happy anymore. Well, the relationship never created your happiness for you. So if you're not happy anymore, that means you were never happy. Maybe you were being distracted. A person can distract you from your pain, but distracting you from your pain by creating pleasure, which is what a lot of relationships are doing right now. People get into a relationship because they're lonely, they're broken, they're incomplete, and then they get with this person, and that brings them pleasure, which distracts them from that pain, and they think that's happiness, and it's not. If you can just wake up one day and decide you're not happy anymore for no fucking reason, you never were happy. They need to understand this. This needs to be understood. Start there. I don't know how you're going to get the message across to this person, especially if they're stuck in that mindset. If they're stuck in that mindset that their emotions are your fault and their happiness is your responsibility, I don't know how, honestly. I don't know how to explain it in a way that makes sense, because that ideology has just been so brainwashed into our heads, man. But this can definitely be fixed. Again, there's a lesson that needs to be learned on both parts. Just start first. Start with you. I told Capricorn something kind of similar to this. Start with you. Start with you. And I'll tell you the same thing I told Capricorn. I'm not playing chicken or the egg. I don't care who did what first. I don't care who started it. It doesn't matter. We got to end it. So what am I learning? What am I learning about me? What's this telling me about me? Start there. And again, usually when you ask yourself a question like that and you meditate on it, you'll get an answer, but the answer is kind of uncomfortable. It always is, dude. That's the path. That's the awakening path. That's the evolutionary path. And that never really stops. Okay. All righty. Fucking Christ. Clear the air, man. This energy's heavy. Aquarius, what is going on with y'all, man? Pulling in some heavy Aquarius energy here today. Let's get some Palo Santo in the air. Do, 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 do. All right. There we go. Let's bake the room out. Boy! Bake this room out. Yeah. There we go. Bake it out. Bake it out. All right. Now we doing random advice. Whatever random ass advice Aquarius needs to hear the most. Ooh, Six of Pentacles reversed. Oh, I love that one. I love that one. Empress in the reverse. Yup. All right. You know that you're allowed to put your needs first, right? You know you're allowed to do that, right? You know that you're allowed to put yourself as your top priority, right? Now, this is so important. Listen very carefully. This is one thing I still don't hear anybody in the spiritual community talking about. Your intentions are all that matters. All that matters. You got to quit giving a fuck about what other people think. Quit giving a... It doesn't matter what they think your intentions are. You have to put yourself as your number one priority if you want to be of service to others, or you are of service to no one. And yes, they're going to judge you. Yes, they're going to throw shit at you. Yes, they're going to tell you what they think your intentions are. Actually, most of the time, they don't think those are your intentions. They want that to be your intentions because they want to shove you in a box that fits their little narrative. But that's besides the point. Who gives a fuck? It don't matter. As long as you can go inside with a clear conscience and a clean heart and tell yourself, my intentions are good. My intentions are in the right place. That's all that matters. Why are you putting yourself as your number one priority? Why are you putting yourself before others right now? So I can be of service to others. You're like a vehicle, dude. I haven't used the good old hospital analogy in a while, so this is for the new faces. Imagine the hospital in the town you live in. Their ambulances never get taken into the shop. They never get their oil changed. Never get the tires rotated. They never get the air filter, fuel filter changed out. Never get the spark plugs changed out. New wires, all that stuff that's general maintenance for a vehicle. They're just too busy going out and serving the community and helping everybody. and they never get taken into the shop. What's going to happen eventually? Somebody going to die, ain't they? Somebody going to die. That ambulance going to be on the way to pick up old Billy Bob, who's having a heart attack, and it's going to croak out on the side of the highway, and he going to die because they didn't put the maintenance of that ambulance as the top priority. So therefore, now they caused more problems by putting everybody else first all the time. You are no different. Or how about the lumberjacks? That's one that I love. Some of you may have heard this one. 2 lumberjacks. They work side by side from 9 to 5. They start chopping wood at the same time. They stop chopping wood at the same time from 9 to 5. Every single day, one of the lumberjacks leaves at noon and returns back to work at 1. The other lumberjack just stays chopping wood 9 to 5, doesn't stop. The dude that leaves still chops more wood than the dude that doesn't. So finally, the dude, one day, he gets irritated and he says, dude, what the fuck? We both show up here at the same time every day. You leave for an hour and I don't. I'm still chopping wood that whole hour and you still chop more wood than me. How the fuck does that work? He says, when I leave, I go home and sharpen my axe. Especially those of you in this line of work. Oh, you got to sharpen that axe. Oh, you got to. You got to take the time to meditate. You got to take the time for self-care. You got to take the time to get your vibe right. You got to. Disappear. Sometimes you just got to go disappear. I'm getting my vibe right. And people are going to judge you, and they're going to throw shit at you, and they're going to tell you what they think you're doing. Fuck them. Those opinions ain't nothing but a bunch of farts in the wind. It don't matter. All that matters is your intentions. And there's only one human being on this planet that knows your intentions, and that's you. I know you hear people say it all the time. You got to quit caring what other people think. You've got to stop giving a fuck what other people think. All that matters is that you know where your heart is and where your intentions are. And you can say that and say that and say that and say that. And people, they nod their head and pretend to agree. But then you watch them go off and try to please everybody. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you trying to please them? You're depleting yourself. You're draining yourself dry. You're being a disservice to yourself by not standing true to your integrity and your intentions because you're worried about what somebody thinks. Come on, man. Let me ask you this. What's going to happen if they think something bad about you? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Nothing. They're going to think their little thought and they're going to have their shitty little opinion, and then nothing happens. Nothing happens. Guess what happens when somebody thinks something good about you? What happens when everybody likes you? Nothing. So if nothing happens when everybody likes me and nothing happens when everybody hates me, then why the fuck am I worried about it? There's no point. Nothing happens either way. So stand true to your intentions. And here's the cool part too. When you start living that way, and I mean really living it, not just saying that you're living it, but actually walking in that energy, it's so cool because the universe sorts through all the fake people, and they don't even attract themselves into your life. The fake people who, the snakes and the haters and the shitty low frequency people, they don't even make them their way into your awareness. They float away. And the only people that you attract into your life are the real ones. So if you're one of those people who's constantly walking around wondering, oh, I wonder if I can trust this person. I don't know if I can trust that person. I don't know if I can trust this person. Don't know who can I trust? Who can I trust? You don't have to fucking worry about that when you're walking in your true essence. You don't have to worry about who you can trust and who you can't. Because all you're attracting is other people who are real and genuine. The primary law is the law of vibration. The secondary law is the law of attraction. You attract according to the frequency in which you vibrate. So if you're going around worried about everybody's opinion of you and constantly bending and flexing to try to meet the standards of everybody else, to please everybody, you are vibrating at a fake bullshit frequency. So you're going to attract fake bullshit people into your life. When you start walking in your true integrity and the truth and your true essence, and you're 100% authentic, you're going to attract other people who are walking in their true essence, who are 100% authentic. That's not Rich Lop's opinion. That is an immutable universal law. It'll sort itself out for you if you can just get over that stupid fucking fear of other people's opinions. It'll sort itself out for you. It's really simple. You don't have to do anything. All you got to do is be you. That's it. Super simple. All righty. I feel like those were the messages that my Aquarius friends needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Got some super chats to call out here. Hang on. Let's see. Who's this here? I don't even know how to pronounce that. But I appreciate that super chat. Thank you. Did I miss any others? Yep. Here's one here. We got Erica. Thank you for the super chat. Any more? Okay. All right, cool. So I greatly appreciate every last one of you that tuned in and played along. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And don't forget about the October reading sale. Matter of fact, you might want to double check, because my wife is the one that runs the business. I'm not sure what she did, but I'm thinking that what we did for the September reading sale, I think we left that up. I think we did. Pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure we just left that up and left it how it was. But now the October reading sale, I got $40 readings on my website, y'all. That one's going hot. Haven't done anything like that since 2019, and it ain't over. We're still looking at all the numbers, coming up with new ideas to change and restructure everything so that we can make it as easy on you guys as possible in these fucking shitty times that we're in right now. I am not going to make you have to sit and debate whether or not you should be able to put gas in your car. It's $7 a fucking gallon, or get advice and guidance on a shitty situation in your life. Okay. So that's why we're doing all this, and it's probably going to continue, because it doesn't look like the economy is getting any better. So anyway, all the information is in the description of this video. All right, I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.